Something that's so critical. I'd say this is the most important part for harness fitment that so many guys don't understand. Hey, it's James at BimmerWorld, and I wanted to talk a little bit about harnesses. So this is a Lifeline harness set. Lifeline kind of new to the harness game, but like anything they do, they are the global leader in racing safety technology. But we've entered the market as Lifeline by going out and designing a better product. All this stuff is designed, manufactured in the UK, assembled in the UK, which is pretty important to me because I know what the consistency is. I know that when you're the global leader of safety technology, which Lifeline is, that you're able to maintain that quality control. Super important. They've done just an amazing job here with these Copse harnesses. This is kind of their higher end piece. I'm going to run through some features, and now that I've used these belts out in Nebraska, Sand Hills Open Road Classic, I use these in my IMSA car and my SRO car currently, and so I've got some miles with these things, some driver changes. Let me tell you about what I like with these things. First of all, this is your harness all done up. When I release the harnesses, I have this nice mechanism and easy to hit with a gloved hand, easy to feel. Pop it open, the belts pop. Not too atypical for a cam lock. One neat feature about this is when I open it, it springs back to the lock position, and that's super important because, especially in a fast driver change in a pro race where that's important. If I have some of these belts that lock in the open position, and then the new driver comes in, different guy, forgets that it's over there, tries to plug in the belts, they don't stay plugged in. It's open, they don't catch. So something that springs back, and that takes some effort to make that work, springs back to that closed position once opened so that the belts are ready to plug in. Super important. Talking about plugging the belts in, one thing that makes this easier, and especially when I'm working through gloved hands, is the length of the tang. And so I have a long enough tang on these laps and shoulder belts that it just fits right in there. It's not crowded. I can easily pop it right in the hole, and especially when I have all 5 of these things to go roughly in the same area, they just pop right in. The shoulders are a little bit angled for a better attack at the slot that they plug into, labeled left and right because it's important which side you mount them on in the car. And then the next piece, and something that's so critical, I'd say this is the most important part for harness fitment that so many guys don't understand, is these things, once they're plugged in, are easy to tighten. And they're easy to tighten for 2 reasons. First of all, I'm going to try to get rid of just one of these. First of all, the adjuster is right on the end, and that is also not typical. A lot of times we talk about pull down or pull up belts. Pull down, tighten by pulling down, pull up, tighten by pulling up, but that's usually because your adjuster is somewhere in the belt, somewhere stuck here, usually stuck in the hole in the side of the seat, stuck behind your hip where it's uncomfortable. It's sitting down here over the side of your leg, and it's pulled down, so to pull it down properly, you have to fish this down through the hole in the seat and then work this adjuster that's kind of beside your. When I'm racing, especially in a car that requires driver changes and so forth, even if I just want to boom, tighten that thing down and be in the car, I don't have time for all that. So as close as this adjuster is, it's actually on the tang. I have easy access, and when I say pull down, it really is pull down because I have this extra room, this extra few inches that this has bought me to just pull down, tighten up the belts. Now notice also, and this is unlike some of the others that have that tang mounted adjuster, that when I pull down, and my style is typically to grab it around my arm, pull against it, grab it through these nice loops, which are, again, with a gloved hand, easy to find. Anyway, when I pull this thing down and get it tight, it stays tight. So some of these other fast mount, fast click enduro belts, when you pull it down, the adjuster stays loose until you press the adjuster down. This is spring loaded to nicely lock down in place. So as soon as I let go of this, it's in the lock position As soon as I tighten it up, it immediately bites and stays locked. So again, that's not typical, and that's one of those important things that makes this so easy to get locked down into the seat, have it grab right around my pelvic bone where it's supposed to, and then stay locked. Same thing for the shoulders. You know, just 2 quick pulls and I'm in here. This thing's not going anywhere. If I want to loosen these things, I either have these tabs that are easy to find and grab, or I just catch it with the bottom of my arm or the bottom of my hand and catch it, pull it up, immediately loosens, coming in pit lane, up, I'm loosing the car. That fast I'm loosing the car. Tighten, 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 tighten. I'm tightening the car. That's super fast, and more importantly for most people than super fast is I can get it super tight. With just one tug, I am in this car. Some additional features on these Lifeline belts. Have some Velcro here. If I have a drink tube or something like that, I can catch it in the side of the Velcro and then, you know, grab my drink as I want as I'm driving. Places to tie on for elastic, or, you know, like a rubber band or the rubber belting to pull these things out of the way. So, you know, for a full enduro use, when I want something that's easily adjustable, easily fits a bunch of different drivers, locks down on the body, locks tightly, and just super easy to use, easy to see where to grab. Nice red grab handles. These Lifeline Copse belts are fantastic. Also have Beckett's, which is a little bit less featured than this. The full range of harnesses. These things start at about $440. That's a huge deal. That's like 30% less than a leading enduro belt. And again, we've used them for enduro use. Absolutely love these things.